We've just got one in trade. This is an ES today. I did close out a little bit early. FOMO did hit a little bit. The reason why it did is because on NAS, price went down, swept this sales liquidity. It hit, if I'm not mistaken, it's called consequent encroachment, which is equilibrium of the fair value gap, of the 1 hour fair value gap, and started making a push up. So I kind of panicked and thought, you know what, price might start going up now. As I closed, price goes my take profit. But you know what, it's fine. We made just under 2% today. Let me just calculate how much I've made. But very good setup. I will say I prefer to do it this way. Like I'm gonna stop doing these 1 hour journals now, because when I do that, I feel like I'm committing more to making a video rather than committing to trading, and I feel like I'm having to make a trade because I'm talking beforehand saying I think this is going to happen today, I'm going to find a good trade, and then I feel like I have to trade. Where if I do it this way, where I don't record until I make a trade, there's not that much pressure, and I can actually look for better trades. So I'm just going to do it like that. I'm just calculating how much I made. So just a little bit under 900. So we're looking at, I think, 1 point something. Let's calculate it actually. Let's go to Google. So 893.75, 1.78% we made. So it's okay. I mean, I would like to make 2%. I would have made 2% if I stayed a little bit more patient and let price push down. But it didn't. But it did, sorry. And I would have hit my take profit. But I only did that because price hit consequent encroachment of the 1 hour fair value gap while hitting the near on hitting the 0.705 range. So thinking like on the 1 hour, price is in a bullish fair value gap near on at optimal trade entry on the fib. So I kind of thought, price might actually make a push up from here. So I thought I'd just close out a little bit early. But yeah, I mean, what we can see now is, so obviously we was overbought on the 1 hour. We didn't make a 1 hour market structure shift technically. Obviously when that fair value gap hit the 0.618 range, could see a possible market structure shift here. Which could cause a long, but I don't think I'll trade it because I'm happy with my profits today. I'm finally just happy to get some back without 1741.75. So let's quickly calculate that. Let's look. 1741.75. 3.48% in drawdown. You can see it here. There you go. There. That's cool. But it's a good trade today. I was waiting very patiently. So let's get into a trade recap. So basically, 9:45. So 9:30 New York Open. Price made a massive push down. Really massive push down into this 1 hour fair value gap. Ooh, let's get that. Into this 1 hour fair value gap, which also hit equilibrium in the 1 hour range and 4 hour range. So when I saw that, cool, we're actually looking for good longs here, I think. But anyways, yeah, once we saw that, I expect daily previous highs though. And yeah, so yeah, once we saw that, we saw a big push up, but I thought, I think price might come down a bit lower to fill these 1 hour fair value gaps. So both on ES and NAS, but ES was more optimal for me. ES hit the equilibrium of literally the 1 hour range at the time, 1 hour and below range of this push down. Then on the 1 minute, I looked at a lovely market structure shift, retraced it into this breaker block / fair value gap. This was it a 2 minute fair value gap? Yeah. So into this 1 minute breaker and 2 minute fair value gap, and I entered at the breaker if I'm not mistaken. And then went down and took some partials as I was going down. And yeah, also I closed out early, which is, a bit bad of me, but I think I had good reason to. I was a bit safe about it. And yeah, that is that. I mean, on NAS, we've now entered that fair value gap into now the optimal trade entry area, into a 4 hour fair value gap. And we've got a 4 hour market structure shift. We reject off this 4 hour order block here. But I think we might start going up now. just based off of you know, market structure on the higher time frame. But yeah, it did have a good push down, but my issue was it did inverse this fair value gap, which is a 1 minute fair value gap. Let's get rid of that for a second. Yeah, did create a market structure shift eventually, but at the time of me looking at ES made a good strong market structure shift, whereas on the 1 minute on here, it only wicked it and went up into the fair value gap and then rejected. But I like to see a close below for me. But this would have been a pretty decent trade. I mean, stops would have been a bit wide, but we could have made a 1 to 2 potentially. Yeah, it could have made a 1 to 2. But looks like we're about to cause a market structure shift on ES. I feel now on both ES and NAS that we've obviously balanced this 4 hour range. We're going to see another push higher, personally in my opinion. Same as NAS. We've balanced this range into the optimal trade entry area on the 4 hour. In a 4 hour fair value gap, I think we're going to get a push up. Probably targeting. Well, we've already swept daily previous highs. But yeah, I think we're going to target these highs soon. I do think we're still bullish, but as you can see here, ES has made the market structure shift, whereas NAS hasn't. There's a bearish SMT we've got right now, only so far. Yeah, I do feel price is going to go up. We're going to hit this 1 hour or a 1 minute order block. Could potentially go up from here, but obviously I don't want to take any more risks. But yeah, I like to make quick videos like this now because I feel like I don't have to commit to, you know, actually making a video, rather than you know, I feel like when I was doing those big videos, I feel like I had to commit to every single thought I had. I know it's good to note it, but I was more committing to make a video than actually trying to make a good trade. And I wasn't thinking properly, but now, like, I'm not recording, I can actually concentrate without the stress or pressure of like trying to make a good trade. I can actually think properly. So yeah, it's 5 minutes fair value gap now. See an inversion of this fair value gap, I think price is definitely going to go up. Hit that 5 minute fair value gap and look, we're getting a rejection. ES is pushing up quite nice. We'll see, I'm not in the trade, this is just hypothetical. But yeah, that's probably going to be it for me today. That was actually a really good trade, and I'm happy I took it because I waited patiently. I did think price wanted to have a bit more of sell side delivery because there was more fair value gaps that price could have, you know, took, like this fair value gap here. There's no fair value gap down here, but whether price will go down here, which I highly doubt. But we will see. I could be wrong about that. But I really would like to see on, what is it? Was it NAS? Yeah. For this to be inversed. It'd be so nice to see, and then maybe come down into a fair value gap. That'd be very nice. But yeah, Right, that's it for today. I was thinking of taking this trade here, literally just one micro contract, stops here, and then profit here. ES is actually looking pretty decent. There's a fair value gap here, inside of it inversion fair value gap. I was thinking of doing possibly something like that. Target there. RR is pretty crap, but maybe that. But yeah, I was thinking just literally just doing one micro contract, see how it goes. Because I think this is another good buy setup. But the only thing is we're reacting off this 5-minute bearish fair value gap, which is also, you know, like, if you look at the fib range, I can really tell it's in the optimal trade entry area. Bang, like I just said, it's tapped into the optimal trade entry area on the 5-minute in this fair value gap and is rejecting. So we could see a push even lower. Although on the lower time frames, well, especially the 2-minute and 1 minute, we've got market share shift to the upside, inversing these fair value gaps. So whoever did, you know, buy off of this inversion fair value gap, it's a pretty decent trade. I would personally probably have stops around here, and then target these highs. Could actually target this fair value gap maybe a bit higher, because obviously, yeah, but. Yeah, let's see how ES reacts to this fair value gap. If it comes down, not 2-minute fair value gap, off of a, what is it, a 5-minute inversion fair value gap, yeah. Well, we've got that here, 3-minute inversion, 2-minute inversion, all of it's been inversed. So that'd be pretty nice, I think. I would feel that. And also the consequent encroachment of the 2-minute fair value gap is aligned with the 1-minute fair value gap, which is literally like algorithmically looks beautiful. Possibly have stops, what, here. But yeah, I mean, see how now price is respecting this fair value gap. We've got a 1-minute breaker here that price is rejecting off of, wow, it's going down. Let's look at NAS. NAS is not that much, but ES is making a big push down. As you see, it's making a rejection off this 5-minute fair value gap. What have we got here? We're going to inverse this fair value gap. Wow. Good thing I didn't try as long then, hey? I was only going to use one contract just to see how it went, but yeah. This is why I've learnt to, once you make a win, don't make any more trades. Look at that. This is literally another beautiful setup that could have been taken. Obviously, I wouldn't, but look. 5-minute, obviously, breaker structure. Retrace back up into a 5-minute fair value gap, which is in the optimal trade entry area. On the 1-minute, we inverse this fair value gap. But now, price is rejecting off of a 1-minute breaker block. So, equilibrium with the range. Respecting that. Well, price entered into this 2-minute order block. Has actually respected it to a T. But yeah, that's it for me today. 1.78% up. Could have been 2% if I literally just held for another 10-15 seconds. But I feel like because I closed, the way I closed, I think it was understandable because of the way price sets on NAS. I thought it was going to get a big reaction up, which we did. So yeah, that's it for today, and I'll be back saying that before I go. Let's look at Forex Factory. So yeah, obviously today did get a lot of bullish news, although somehow we had a massive push down, clearly the manipulation. But tomorrow we haven't got too much news except from Amber news. This is good, so it could cause some volatility. But yeah, I'll see you then. Right, I just took another trade, literally one contract just to try it out. At $29.50, I lost, like nothing deep. Maybe I shouldn't have took it, but I felt there's enough confidence really. So on the 5 minute, another just trade recap. I mean, it doesn't really matter. On the 5 minute, tapped into this fair value gap, which is also in the what is it called? Also trade entry on the Fibonacci. Perfectly aligned with that. It enters the consequent encouragement of the 5 minute fair value gap. Big push down. And another big push down, and on the 2 minute it looked very nice. All enter on the breaker block, stops above the breaker block, and then we've got this 2 minute order block here. Literally lost $30. I literally did it for fun. I'm not bothered about it. And that was that. But yeah, because I know I can be a bit pedantic sometimes, I'm going to do the full on calculation of it. So minus $30, so that is 11. Oh no, I'm on the wrong one. How much? No. Well, if we plus 50, 60, 70, we're down 3.5% and draw down, but 89375, 893.75. Oh wait, what am I doing? 83, 73, 63. Right, 1.72 up. Like I lost 0.06% on that, so I'm only did it just to try it out. Maybe I shouldn't take another trade because it makes bad habits. But look, it is valid. Rejection off this 2 minute order block, and this 2 minute breaker block seems valid to me personally. If we inverse this fair value gap, we're going down. Inverse, bang. Literally, I got stopped out. Like, if it was a proper trade, I would have put my stops at the highs here. But I didn't feel like losing anything more than $30 really, so that was it. But yeah, because we're rejection off this 5 minute fair value gap, it just makes sense. It makes so much sense. And like I say, look what's happening. Got stopped out like here, and bang, let price go. No, that doesn't bother me. Like, I probably won't even put this in a like as a trade because I was only trying it out. But you know what? Actually, I will. But yeah, look at it. Stops there. Push down. If I put my stops here, it would have been alright. But yeah, it's not that deep. So yeah, that's it from me today, and I'll see you tomorrow.